Hey everybody, this is Matt with GameZone.com, and today we're taking a look at joining the Railroad faction in Fallout 4. There's actually a quest to join this faction. It's kind of tricky. We've been noticing a lot of people have questions about this one. We actually have a written guide, but for those of you visual people, I decided to do a quick video walkthrough of that. So let's get started. To actually begin the quest, to start the quest to join the Railroad faction, you actually have to find the quest, and that starts in Diamond City, which you can see on the map if you haven't found it yet, is right here. So once you're here, you're gonna run behind the Commonwealth Weaponry building, as if you're going to see Detective Nick Valentine, and what you'll do is when you come around here, you'll see two people talking right here. They're not here anymore because I actually completed this quest, but they'll mention the Freedom Trail and they'll mention that it's just a myth or whatever, and as you're listening to that conversation, you'll get the quest will then ask you to continue following the Freedom Trail. So what that does, and I'll show you, there's actually three parts to this quest. So you're following the Freedom Trail. Let's see, where is it? Road to Freedom. That's what the quest is called. Follow the Freedom Trail. So you're going to go to your map, and if you haven't already discovered this place, you'll have to run here, but it'll take you to Boston Common. So I'm just going to fast travel there because I've already done this part. So once you get to Boston Common, you're going to go to the fountain, a specific part of this area, and you'll see I guess it's a stone or a tomb, I'm not really sure what it is. And it'll say, at Journey's End, follow Freedom's Lantern. And the quest will then ask you to continue following the Freedom Trail. So the Freedom Trail, for those of you like me who didn't understand this at first, is actually a real thing. I didn't know this, but it's like a red, I guess, stone trail thing that leads to a bunch of different landmarks in Boston, which is kind of annoying if you didn't know that. But once this loads, I'll show you. Oh my god, this load time is terrible. Come on. Here we go. Okay, so we're at Boston Common. It's going to lead you, you'll have a waypoint to show you, or a marker. Here is, at Journey's End, follow Freedom's Lantern. So this is the Freedom Trail, that red brick, that red brick line. So it's important to note that when you're starting this quest, at each of the major landmarks you'll find, or points of interest, there's a clue, a little bronze circle with a red number pointing to a specific letter and a specific word. So this one is 7, and it points to an A. This is going to be incredibly important when you actually get to where you're going. So make sure you write down the different letters and the numbers and which one they're pointing to. If not, we have a guide that already has where they all are. So what we're gonna follow this trail to all the different landmarks. And if you're unlucky, you'll have a lot of things to fight along the way. So here's the second one. You'll get just a point of interest here. It's a 4 pointing to an L in trail. Remember that, the exact word, because you will have to enter it exactly. So we're going to continue. I'm hoping I don't fight anyone here. Here's the next clue. The 2 pointing to the A in trail. So what those numbers, well, I'll just show you when you get here. Basically what's going to happen is you're going to find where do I go? Oh, you're going to go this way? All right. What's going to happen is when you get to where you're going, the final destination, you're going to find a plate that you're going to have to spin to certain letters to unlock a vault. So I know it's confusing, but let's see, a 6 in O, so the O in Freedom. Continue on. There we go. The 3 in the I in Trail. Oh god, continue following. So this is actually the building, but this isn't where you're going to go in. So you have the 5 in the Arran Trail. Keep going, follow it around. Oh, I actually killed all these guys before, so there's probably still more though. Keep following. Let's see, where are we? Okay, here it is. Keep going. The 8, it looks like it's the D in Freedom. Keep following it. And then you have the 1 in R, the R in Freedom. So, we're going to go into the Old North Church. So, you'll get another, so what you're going to do, you're going to go in here, you're going to see, there's the clue, you're going to follow this. All the way down, you're going to follow this brick. Again, there will be enemies in here, but because I've already done this, there's nothing. There's another clue. Keep going. Follow it all the way around. So normally, this will be closed, and you'll see that, and you have this. Looks just like the bronze circles you saw on the ground. So as you can see, there's going to be, when you first get here, the spin counterclockwise, spin clockwise, and then when you look in the center, an active, or an activate or press or something. I'm not sure exactly what it says. So the goal here, the puzzle here, is to spell out railroad, because that's what the clues did. And the reason you know that is because of the number, the letter that was associated with the number. So the number 1 was associated to R, so you know that one comes first. 2 was an A. 3 was an I, 4 L, and so on until you spell out railroad. But what's important is the reason the arrow was pointing to a specific letter is that's the specific letter that you have to enter. So you'll have to do, so you'll want to start off first. The R was in the R in Freedom, so you're going to spin counterclockwise. And you're going to go to the R in Freedom. And then, I can't do it anymore, but you're going to push it. And you'll hear a noise and whatever, that's the R. Then you want to go to the A in Trail, so you're going to spin counterclockwise. I don't know if you're allowed to spin clockwise, but I only did it counterclockwise and it worked. So you're going to get to the A in Trail, do that. Then it's the I in Trail, so we're going to do that. Then it's the, the L in Trail, so let's spin 1, boom. Then it's the, where am I at? The R in Trail, so you have to go all the way around. And so on. So you're going to spell out railroad. When you do that, this door is going to open and you'll find the railroad faction in here. They're not in here because I've actually progressed that, but that's the end of this quest line. And to join them, you're going to do a couple missions for them. They'll take you back to their headquarters. And let's see, oh, well, there's their HQ. And boom, then you're in the railroad faction. This is one of the main factions in Fallout 4. The others are actually pretty easy to find. So this was easily the hardest one in the game. So hopefully this helps. If not, we have a written guide as well. So feel free to follow that one on GameZone.com. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Once again, this has been Matt with GameZone.com.